So I'm going to show you a new app we have this year called Canva. Now, Canva is an app that allows you to do create your own graphics. So if I opened it up, first thing it does is it lets me log in with my Google account. So I'm going to go ahead and hit connect with Google. Wants to sign in with my account. I say yes. I choose my Google account. And now I am logged in. So the way Canva works is it gives you a whole bunch of built-in templates that allow you to create really simple, easy graphics without being really artistic or without having to be a very design-focused kind of person. So there's a whole bunch of these here I can kind of swipe through depending on what it is I'm making. Maybe I'm wanting to make a cover for a presentation. There's a presentation template to choose from. Or maybe I want to add some channel art to my YouTube channel. Or maybe I want to make a recipe card or an email header or a book cover. There's options for infographics, brochures, invitations, flyers, business cards, all kinds of cool stuff in here. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe I'm going to make a flyer. So if I simply tap on a template, it opens up and it starts off by giving me a bunch of different styles or basic templates to choose from. Now, any of these are totally customizable. So I could open one of these up and change out the pictures and change out the text and make it whatever I want. Or I can start from scratch, which in this case, I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch. So I'm going to go back up to the top and tap where it says blank over here in the left-hand side. So this is what Canva looks like. On the left-hand side, this is my canvas, which allows me to create whatever I want. And over here on the right is where I'm going to do all my editing. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on that plus sign, and this is where it's going to allow me to add things to my document. So I'm going to start off by maybe adding some images. So when I choose images, this shows me, first of all, my camera roll and shows me everything that I have in my camera roll already. But let's say I don't have pictures on my camera roll. I want to find other pictures on the internet. So if I tap on images, one of my favorite things about Canva is it has tons and tons and tons of free images already built in. So I can search. You'll notice in the corner it says free next to this images. That means these don't cost anything. If it has a little crown in the corner, a little gold crown, that means those cost money. So you want to avoid those. This is 100% searchable. So if I'm making a fall image, I can search for fall or autumn or leaves or whatever I want. And again, I want to make sure I choose ones that have free, not ones with the little crown icon in front of them. So in this case, it looks like there are tons of free ones to choose from. So maybe I want to do this one right here. So I tap on it and it adds it to my canvas just like that. So if I wanted to, I can simply tap on it and drag it around. I can tap on the corners, I can resize it, position it, make it exactly the way I want. Maybe I want something just like that. Okay. When I'm happy with it, I'm going to hit done in the upper left-hand corner. And now I have that added to my canvas. So I'm going to hit the plus sign again. And this time I'm going to add some text. So if I go here and I tap text, same thing. Just like I had before with images, there's a whole bunch of templates, different styles, font sizes, colors, all those things to choose from. I can change all of the text. I want to make it say whatever I want it to say. But these are the styles of text that I'm choosing, kind of like titles in a movie or in a PowerPoint slideshow or something like that. So if I choose, maybe I want this one right here. And so I tap on it and it drops it in here just like that. And I can simply tap on my text and change it and make it say whatever I want. So if I was making something about maybe parent-teacher conferences are coming up, I could just type parent-teacher, spell it right, conferences, and then hit done, and then it allows me to move this around to do whatever I want with it. Now if I want to change anything about this, I can go ahead and simply tap on the font to choose fonts. Again, make sure you don't choose ones with a crown, those cost money. So I can change fonts if I want to be able to do that. I could also make it bold. I can change styles of the font if I want. I can adjust the spacing. I can make it alignment to the right or to the left, whatever I want. Change the size if I want, bigger, smaller, and so on. Maybe I like that. And then it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little black dot here. These are my colors. So I can change my colors to make it whatever it is that I want. Now in this case, it's kind of hard to see my colors that I have here. It's kind of hard to read that in the background. And I do have some other text here that it gave me. If I don't want that, I can simply tap on it and hit the little trash can up here at the top to make those parts go away, or I could, again, double tap it and change it. So maybe I want to put the dates in there or something like that. Okay. So because it's kind of hard to see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add something else. And this time I'm going to add a shape. So again, a bunch of different shapes to choose from. I'm going to choose maybe just something kind of generic and organic like this one right here. And so maybe I want to put this over here, and maybe I'll resize it a little bit, bigger, smaller, like that. Now I can change the color again, make it whatever color I want. Maybe I want something a little more fallish, so I can kind of adjust and make it whatever exact color I want. Maybe I'll do kind of like that goldish color like that, and then hit done. Now you'll notice it's covering up my text. So if I wanted it to be behind my text, I'm going to tap these 3 dots up here in the type. And when I tap those 3 dots, I have this little box with an arrow pointing up or down. This will move it up or down so that things can move in front of it or behind it. And I can just tap it as many times as I want to move it forward or backward as many times as I want, just like that. So I can keep going and again, readjust, tap anything I want to edit and rearrange and resize, maybe a little bigger, a little smaller, until I get it exactly the way that I want. If I want to get really fancy, I could even tap on my shape, and then if I go into my colors again and hit done, there's a little transparency slider that I could even make it somewhat transparent so you can see some of the things behind it there. So all kinds of really cool options to adjust it and make it look exactly the way I want it to look. And then again, if I wanted to add some more things to it, maybe I want to add an illustration. These are kind of like clip art. Again, I can search. So maybe I want to search for a school. And again, make sure I choose ones that don't have the little crown on it. I want something free. So maybe I want, maybe just take the scissors here. And again, I can resize it. You'll notice at the bottom there's a little rotation button here that I can use and tap, and I can rotate it and move that around exactly how I want it to look. I can change the colors if I want to adjust that if I'm not happy with it. And again, I can keep going and add as much as I want until I'm finished with it. So once I'm done and happy with my design and I think I'm finished, then I'm going to go ahead and tap the share arrow up here in the upper right hand corner, and it's going to give me a bunch of options. So what I want is I want to save this as an image. So I'm going to say save as image. It's going to go through and it's going to kind of compress everything together into one graphic. Tells me it's done. If I go back to my home page now, this will show me all of the images that I've designed right here, all here on one page. And if I need to make another one, I can simply hit that plus sign and choose the next image that I want to make. So this is Canva. It's a really cool, simple, easy to use graphic maker without having to know a ton about design, or without having to be an artist. You can still create some pretty cool looking designs. Now if I want to check my graphic, it should be now in my photo library. So if I go back into my photos, here it is right here, and now I can share it, email it, do whatever I need to do.